Okay, so hi everyone. It's been quite a few weeks since I filmed anything. It was the last time I put a video up, I believe, was about my cancer journey. It was in May. My surgery for my bilateral mastectomy was May 9th. Today's my memory is still not the greatest. Today's July 16th, I believe. So I just wanted to, a bee. I'm sitting outside. I just wanted to kind of film a little bit of an update video, just letting you know what's going on and why I haven't been filming, and I'm pretty sure you can guess why, because I had a bilateral mastectomy. I was hoping to film at least a week after my surgery and just let you know how that went and the whole story behind that, because then it would be fresh in my head and in my mind. But I just didn't have the energy to do it, and it was a really tough surgery. I'm not going to completely get into everything in this video. I just kind of want to let you know where I'm standing right now and what's going to be going on. I'm hoping I don't even have to edit this video because I don't really have time to, so bear with me if there's stuttering and stuff. I'm going to leave it in. So the surgery all in all went well. I think that I left off, a family member mentioned that I had left off saying that you didn't know if I was keeping both my nipples or what was going on. We ended up, on the cancer side, we didn't do a nipple sparing. We just did the full mastectomy and then the reconstruction, but on the side that didn't have the cancer, we did do nipple sparing. So with that, I did have a little bit of issues. We thought we were gonna lose it, the nipple, for a while, but it seems to be going okay. I'm still healing, actually. I believe I'm 10 weeks out now, and I still am not completely healed. I had 4 drains in, and the two of the drains were allowed to come out, so one on each side were allowed to come out after a week, and then 2 weeks after I was allowed to take the 3rd and 4th drains out. So those were not fun, but it's kind of hard to remember everything now, even though it's still, like, it hasn't been that long, just because I was on a lot of painkillers and stuff. As for pain right now, I'd say I'm at about a 2. It's worse when I'm sleeping and trying to get comfortable. I'm still just kind of getting used to my body and things like that, and my energy levels still aren't completely up there, but I'm doing better that way. I'll let you know the full story about the surgery and everything later on. So what's happening now is, last week, or was it 2 weeks ago? Yeah, 2 Fridays ago, I got a call back from the genetics lab. And it wasn't exactly what I was expecting to be hearing, I suppose. So when I got the genetic testing done, because cancer at 27, a lot of people were thinking, okay, I might have BRCA1, BRCA2, or some sort of genetic defect. I didn't come back with that, but I did come back with another genetic defect, and I apologize, I don't have my phone with me right now. And I believe it's called FAP or AFAP, so AP or something like that. Anyway, it's a gene that's actually supposed to cause, well, not supposed to, but it's a gene that commonly causes colon cancer, a defect. It's a tumor suppressor gene, so it's one of the genes in your body that protects your whole body against tumors. So everybody has, right, like, you know, everybody gets cancer, but usually your body gets rid of it before it actually becomes cancer. So you'll have like one weird cell, right, and then your body usually catches that and destroys it. Well, my genetic defect, my body doesn't catch that. So we're looking at studies right now, and it's a fairly new genetic defect that they're aware of over in Asia. They're a little bit more familiar with it, and that's where a lot of the studies we're reading are coming from. But they're starting to find, the gene's actually named after, like, a gene that causes colon cancer. I forget what it's called. Sorry. If you want to look it up, or maybe I'll put, if I have time, I'll put it down in the description for you. But they're starting to find that more and more people with this gene are having cancer in other areas of their body, And the thing is people who, they would say, okay, well, you don't have the gene that is supposed to cause, like, let's say, liver cancer or whatever, or you know what I mean, or Mets or something like that. If you don't have that gene and then you have nothing else that caused it, what caused it? And then they go and look, and then people have the gene defect that I have. So I guess, what was it, in Asia, they did my numbers probably aren't completely correct right now, but they did a study, and it was over 50 years of a couple thousand women with breast cancer. And what they found was women who actually are in the same situation as me. So I was actually, my tumor was triple negative. So I was negative for estrogen, progesterone, and the HER2. So they were like, okay, well, why do you have cancer then? Like, this is really weird. So that's why they were thinking, okay, maybe it's genetic, because usually genetic is what would cause it then if it wasn't caused by like a hormone. So it looks like my tumor wasn't influenced or affected by hormones, which is a good thing. But at the same time, it's also not a good thing, because it can get a little bit more complicated, and you can't treat the kind of tumors, or the tumor that I had, with hormone therapy, because obviously it's not influenced by hormones. Anyways, they found that women who had triple negative breast cancer, a lot of them were coming back with this AFAP or FAP gene defect that I have. So it's good to know where it probably came from, but now I'm stuck in this, I didn't expect to get emotional again. Now I'm stuck in this situation where a lot of studies have shown that this gene, I pretty much have a 100% chance of getting colon cancer. I'm still trying to stay positive, but it's a little defeating, you know. I'm finally told, okay, you're cancer free, and I was told that I think a week or two before I found out about this gene defect. So when I was told I was cancer free, I was still a little skeptical. I'm like, I gotta wait until I hear back from the genetics lab and find out exactly what's going on. But it's just kind of like, you know, I was expecting either you don't have BRCA1 or 2, or you do. And then I was going to deal with that. I didn't really think about how I would feel if I came back with a different genetic defect. And I wouldn't say it's anybody's fault. A lot of doctors and even the genetics lab said, oh, well, we'll just do these gene tests too for the fun of it. Like, we don't know much about these genes, but if you want, we can do it. And I was like, well, for science, yeah, sure. Well, and I'm getting it done anyway. It's the same blood work. Just do it. But I didn't really think of any of the physical, emotional consequences of that decision. It's really complicated, and now I'm just kind of like, you know, I did this. I did a bilateral mastectomy, and I've kind of completely mutilated my body. I feel like I have. Just to be told I'm cancer free, but, you know, probably get a cancer again, but somewhere else, and we don't really know how to tell for that besides just basic screening, and we can't really prevent it. So, yeah, right now I'm trying to decide on it, because I have the option on getting a hysterectomy or not. So that's kind of where I am. I don't know what to do. And everybody has biased opinions and stuff that I talk to, or everybody just says go with what you want to do. And I think no matter what I do in this situation, I'm going to regret it. So I've just been doing nothing. I've just been saying, oh, give me more time to think about it, and I've been avoiding thinking about it because I got married a year ago, so I'm a newlywed. My husband is 30. I'm 28 now, so we're getting somewhat up there in age to be having children. We're right about the time where if we were going to, we should start. But is having a child going to make me sick? If I have a child and I get cancer again, will I leave a child without a mother? If I have a child because I have a genetic defect, will my child get cancer? Will I have to watch them suffer? You know, there's all of that. But then at the same time, it's like, this is not fair to my husband. And this isn't really fair to me. You know, that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. It's like, it's not fair. I get it, life's not fair, but it's a tough decision, right? My brother, because he was like, well, why don't you just get the hysterectomy and freeze some of your eggs, and then if you do want to have kids, you can just get a surrogate or whatever. I'm like, yeah, Paul, but do I want to have a child with this genetic defect? So that's kind of where I'm stuck too, is because both my parents and my brother don't want to get tested. And so I'm stuck saying, okay, am I the first? Am I the first one to have this genetic defect? Which everything kind of points to yes, but that doesn't mean that's the case. My mom's side of the family has had 2 people pass away from cancer that I'm aware of, but they were both kind of fluke things that were explained, and they knew why they had gotten cancer. I think I touched on that before. And then on my dad's side, one of my aunts had passed away because of breast cancer, but I'm not sure, so it could come from his side. But his mom and dad both lived very long lives. His one brother passed away, but that was of a heart attack, and his sister and his brother are still okay. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on. So is it just me? Does my brother have the gene? Does my mom and dad have the gene? That all kind of influences what I'm gonna do, but I have to respect what they want as well. All I know is I do have the genetic defect, and if I do have a child right now, the science says that there's a 50-50 chance that the gene defect will be passed down or not. So it's kind of like a 50-50 chance shot in the dark. If I were to, I don't know, I would feel that if I had a child and if they did get cancer and this happened, that I gave my child cancer, and I don't know if that's what I want. Also, getting hysterectomy would eliminate that risk of getting ovarian cancer, uterine cancer, cancer in my pelvic wall, anything like that. It would help. I just don't know if I want to keep going the road of cutting my body apart to try to prevent this from happening. I'm sure a lot of other cancer patients feel this way too. It's like, how much of myself do I have to give before I just give in? So I have a lot of thinking to do. Anyway, I'm going to try to lighten myself up here. If you do have a genetic defect or something though, and you've kind of been put in this situation and have been facing this situation, please let me know what you think. Like, I'm open to your opinion on that. It's nice to talk to some other people who have gone through this. Unfortunately, a lot of the women that I have talked to that do have a genetic defect found out after they had children. So now they're kind of like, would I have had kids? I don't know, but I love my kid, and we're just going to deal with it when it comes. I'm in this weird spot where I don't, so it's a lot of soul searching right now, that's for sure. If I did, my only thought would be, hopefully science and technology and healthcare has made leaps and bounds by the time my child would ever have to face anything like this, but I don't even know if that would ever happen. Anyway, so the sun's like reflecting off my table. It's blinding me. Hopefully you can see my face. What can I do here? Block that out. Anyway, so I am going to Europe for 3 weeks. So Friday the 20th, I am leaving for 3 weeks to Denmark, and I'm not going to be back until August 12th. That's my return flight anyway. The trip was gifted to me by family, and so darn light. Wow, okay, hang on. The trip was gifted to me. I got the plane tickets for free by family, and also family is helping pay some of my expenses while I'm over there. I don't have that much money for while I'm over there, but I have, once again, I have family that live in Denmark, so I will be able to stay with them, and they're going to be providing meals and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's a good thing. I need time away from everyone and everything, just to have some fun, to think clearly about my next steps and to maybe get a different perspective from people on the other side of the world on what should be done. I do know that they have a little bit different healthcare practice than over here. Not completely different, but maybe I can find and connect with some other women over there and see what they've done and their decisions, and you know, just spend some time, swim in the ocean. I'm gonna ride some Icelandic horses. I'm gonna go to Sweden, Norway, Germany. I really want to see the Berlin Wall. Part of me thought about taking the train to Auschwitz to see that memorial. I don't know if I'll make that. It's quite a long train ride, so it depends on the time I have. But yeah, I think it'll be good. So I am going to be filming, hopefully, if I don't mess things up, I'm going to be filming my trip. So I probably won't film until I get there, or I have I'm leaving here on Friday at 7 o'clock in the evening. So that would be at Toronto Airport. And then I have I believe it's a 6-hour flight. It's weird because time differences and stuff. Well, anyway, I fly and I have a layover over in Iceland, and that layover will be 2 hours, so I'll get to Iceland at 4:45 in the morning or something like that. Have 2-hour layover, get back on the plane at 6:30, and then fly to Copenhagen and land at noon there. So that's not too bad. Leave at 7 p.m. here and then arrive at noon over there. It'll be okay. It'll be good. And then from there we're going to go right to my family's house, and that's in Vordingborg. So it's about an hour away from Copenhagen. And get set up there, maybe go out for some dinner, stuff like that. And that's probably when I'll start filming. I might film my 2-hour layover in Iceland. It depends on how that goes. On the way back, though, I will be stopping in Iceland for a full day. We have a full day wait there at least. So I'm going to go try to see the Blue Lagoon and see some of what Iceland has to offer. So I'll bring you along with me for that, as long as I don't mess my camera up, I don't mess anything else up. I am very accident prone, so let's pray I don't do that. But also, I'll leave my Instagram handle here and down below. If you want to see more of my trip, I'll be probably sharing a lot more on Instagram and Insta stories. I'm not going to be bringing my laptop over there, so everything that I film on this camera, I probably won't be able to edit or upload or anything until I get back home, so I probably won't get anything up until a little bit into August, middle of August. I get back August 12th, hopefully, as long as the flights and everything go well. So I'll probably be filming a little bit on my iPhone and uploading that way and taking pictures that way. So yeah, just follow me there. Also, I forget what I was gonna say. But yeah, I'm very excited about that. I'll be seeing a lot of things. I'm kind of just winging it. I just found out last week that I'm going. A ticket was offered to me, and I was like, you know what? Now's the perfect time. If I'm going to go anywhere, now or never. It kind of feels a little bit like destiny, like this is something that I'm supposed to do. So, you know what? After going through this crazy long ride and journey, sometimes you just need to get off for a little bit, get refocused, and maybe get some more energy for this next coming battle. So anyways, guys, if you have any tips on things to do over in Denmark, like I said, I do have family there, but you might know something more than they do, or something around Denmark. Like I said, Germany, Norway, Sweden. Let me know in the comments down below. And also, if you want to, just DM me on Instagram. I'd be glad to connect with you there. But yeah, wish me luck on my trip, and I will see you in a month or so. Bye.